Alright, welcome back to PC Building Simulator. Welcome back to the Overclockers UK workshop. We are going to work on a interesting build today. So we're going to take a little bit of a break from doing build requests, but more on that soon, I'm sure. We recently built this user build, as well as this one. Both very fun and unique and interesting. But today I'm going to do a follow-up on the RGB PC. I've built kind of a 1.0, and that was in the thermal. What case was that? Let's think about this. The Thermaltake View 37 RGB 1.0 was in that. 2.0, of course, was in the Corsair Obsidian series. Not 100D, but 1000D. And today we're going to do a little different version. So the previous two versions were both water-cooled, right? So I thought it'd be fun to do an air-cooled version. There's some benefits to doing air-cooled in this game because you don't have the kind of fan selection availability with water cooling that you do with air cooling, because you can put any fan you want with air cooling. In this game, you can't pair any fan you want onto a radiator. So it'll give us some options to do something a little more interesting and something a little more cohesive. We get a little stuck in basically sticking with, like, when it comes to fans, you kind of get stuck with basically E-case fans if you're going to do the Vardar fans on their EK radiators, or you can do the Ragentech ones. Just this specific version of the Ragentech ones. There's no RGB on any of the Be Quiet stuff with the Alpha Cool. There's the Corsair stuff, of course, but these fans are not RGB. They're just black and white. So we'll have a little more flexibility by not doing a water-cooled build. So this is going to be the RGB PC air-cooled edition. I'm not going to call it 3.0, maybe, not necessarily. I don't think it's 3.0. I think 3.0 could happen when we get some more parts in the game that sort of warrant a 3.0. We're not there yet, in my opinion, but we're going to do an air-cooled version of the RGB PC, and we're going to do it in this case, which is a very cool case, the Lian 011 Dynamic XLX. This is a variant of the XL. I guess actually we can just go ahead and look at the different variants of the 011 Dynamic, which is a very cool case. So here's like the standard version. It's actually Razer edition, but it's like the smaller non-XL version. Then they have the XLS, which I think is just like a smoked out version of it. The XLX, which we're going to do, it's got this RGB strip in it, which is going to be cool because we're going to get a really cohesive look of RGB here. It's not going to be overwhelming, just like RGB everywhere, but we're going to kind of get like consistent RGB highlights everywhere, which I think is going to look really nice. And then there's also the 011 Dynamic XLW, the W meaning white, because it's white, and the glass is not so tinted. But yeah, we're going to do it in the XLX, which I have right here in front of me, and the 011 Dynamic is a super cool case because it's very modular, and you can do a lot with the layout to kind of change how you want it to look, because you can remove these drive cases and you could put a radiator here if you wanted. You could do fans. You can do fans or radiator along the bottom. You can do fans or radiator along the top. You can do a fan in the back. There's different things we can do with vertical or horizontal GPU mount, which we're going to look into. I'm going to see if it will work. I'm hoping it will work. But yeah, and it's got an interesting layout overall because the power supply is rear mounted vertically. You've got some places for hard drives back here, 2.5 inch or 3.5 inch. You've got a couple bays back here. It's just a very neat case, and it looks really good. It's very good for showcasing a pretty build, which today that's hopefully what we're going to build. RGB, we're going to do it. I really want to do an EATX motherboard in this because I'm hoping to have DIMM.2 support so we can see some RGB M.2 drives. Hopefully, I'm hoping that they'll actually fit. So because of that, I'm going to go with the Asus ROG Rampage Extreme. This is X299 2066 LGA 2066 socket, which is going to be important for the air cooler that we put on that CPU, that we make sure we do not have a Threadripper CPU. So we're going to go ahead and go with this board, and it'll fit our theme pretty well. We're going to have mostly black, but like a little bit of silver accent through here, through the RAM, through the GPU, sort of. Can I? Yeah, okay. We're going to open this now. Cool. Thank you, game. All right. CPU. As far as CPU, I think we're just going to go ahead and do one of the new 10 series chips. Now that we can do that because we're doing X299 right now. So we'll go with the 10940, I guess, which is a 14-core chip at 4800 megahertz, 165 watts. So yeah, it's an interesting. This X series of Intel processors is very confusing to me. I don't fully understand it, but that's what we're gonna go with for now. We can go ahead and put some M.2s in here. We can put one under the shield. I don't really care that much what this one looks like, but I do want to hopefully put RGB M.2s, yes, up on the dim.2, which I think will look pretty cool. Oh, I want to get these 2.5-inch drives in this build, but they really don't mount in a way that's going to be visible. So, okay, which one? Maybe we'll experiment and see what we like. We've used this one a lot. It's the thumbnail is very deceiving. It does not make it look very RGB, but it's actually pretty RGB. We're gonna put that in there for now, and I'm also gonna put an Oris one in. Oh man, only comes in 512. Not that it really matters. This is not about storage. This is about what looks cool. What is cool with RGB? All right, we're gonna try this. Oh, can't fit. Wow, really? The heatsink is too big? Really? Can I put another one of these? Really? That's interesting. What? The heatsink does not look that... Well, I can't tell. I can't tell. Okay, well, we're going with that for the RGB ones. And I guess, under the heat shield, we're just going to do another one? I feel like I have to use these in every build because they're just so... They're nice because they're low profile. Not even that they're RGB, it's just they're low profile. In this build, it's because they're RGB, but I guess we'll see how that looks lit up. I don't get to see them a lot, but I think they are addressable and everything, so that'll look, that'll be cool. It'll be nice to have a couple RGB things up here. We can go ahead and put our memory in. I am feeling Trident Z Neo in this one, because I like Trident Z Neo. We'll just do 8 gig sticks. I don't want to go crazy. We've got room for 8 DIMMs here, so 8 DIMMs of 8 gig sticks equals 64 gig. There's my like 5th grade multiplication tables. Thanks, 5th grade teacher. But yeah, we'll go ahead and fill all of these. I guess I did think about doing something besides Trident Z Neo. Now I'm kind of wondering, maybe there's going to be a little bit of a RGB experimentation. Maybe I won't go with Trident Z Neo right now, because I had a thought. Maybe we'll come back around and play with this, actually, because there is this, I guess I'll just vaguely search for RGB, but at the very bottom, T-Force, Team Group, T-Force, same thing. They have these, which are pretty interesting. Also, they're much faster. Maybe we'll put this in. I want to see what that looks like. Wow, that is very shiny, very chrome. Shine, shine, shine. Flash, flash. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like this. This is like a ridiculous hodgepodge build right now, but we're going to leave it like that just because I want to take a look at it once we get a power supply in here. Speaking of power supplies, let's get a power supply in here. There is an RGB power supply. I guess just for the sake of saying RGB, we'll just put it in there. It's 1200 watts, so we'll be fine. You can see the hilarious fan. I don't know how much that's going to show through when we put the back side of the case on, but that's okay. Oh. We do get a look at our RAM though. Damn. Yeah, the RGB M.2 drives are not bad. I'll take that. Is there another? There's not another. It's weird. There's like studs for another mount there. Oh no, it's just from the other side. Okay, got it. I like how this RAM looks like from the side, but once we just pack this in, it's really not going to look like much. Which is why I think I'm probably just going to go Trident Z Neo. Now, if they could let you shine through from the front and the sides, I think I'd be into it. But let's do Neo. Neo, 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 Neo. Let's just see how that looks. Obviously, we'll change the color. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. It's going to look better when these are stacked. Stacks on stacks. Yeah, let's just fill that out. We won't be doing white, I don't think. I don't know what color we'll do. What color should we do? Teal? I always want teal. I don't know why. Teal's just such a good color. Everything should be teal. Okay. And all right, so there's our 64 gigs of Trident Z Neo. Really fits the theme in this motherboard perfectly. They are like made for each other. Brothers and sisters, really. Okay. I guess we can put our CPU cooler in. Now, thermal paste. There it is, everyone. Thermal paste, it's in. For CPU cooling, this is going to get into our fan selection a little bit because this is going to fit in really well with our fan choice. Now, when you look at RGB air coolers in this game, there are not a lot. We're already into AIOs. Well, okay. Yeah, there's these. These are kind of weird. They don't actually look as RGB from the outside of the case as you'd think, either because of those black caps. But there's not a lot of RGB air coolers, so we don't have a ton of choice. But I'd look through them, and honestly, this one, the Raging Tech Lido Pro RGB, is pretty sweet. And once you put it in here, look at how well that fits between the RAM. I mean, that is like beautiful. It is like perfection. And there are case fans that are going to match this air cooler really well and make this whole build look really, really nice. So I guess we could start doing case fans because, well, we're going to have a few. And this is the fan we're going to go with, the Raijentech Macula 12 Rainbow RGB. And it's going to look very similar to our air cooler. There's not the weird Raijentech sticker on it, but once they're spinning, they look extremely similar. And you can tell, I mean, the construction is very similar. So we're going to put those things everywhere. And I mean everywhere. I can't remember. Actually, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember how they mount in there, but we're gonna put them everywhere. All the places. Everywhere. Okay, so we're going to get 3 here. We'll put that drive thing back up here. And then we should be able to get 1, 2, 3 up top and 1, 2, 3 down on the bottom. So it's going to be awesome. Let's do it. Just stack them in. And what you're going to find is that these are going to give us this really nice sort of like highlight of RGB. It's not just like tons of RGB light everywhere, but this, because of the way they're sort of framed with RGB and the fan blades aren't actually RGB, it's going to look pretty cool, I think. I hope. I haven't built this yet, so we're kind of guessing, but I think this is going to be unique. Like, this is going to be a unique RGB build. Plus, any excuse to build in the 011 dynamic is, man, it's worth it. Okay, so there's that. We can go ahead and put our dust filter back up top. So that's what we're looking at. And if you just want a sneak peek, okay, well, you know, okay, we're gonna run into cabling fun. Really? This is gonna happen? We're gonna do this? No, please. Okay, this is the problem with the auto cable tool sometimes, is that things don't always daisy chain well. Okay, what's happening here? What is happening? So okay, maybe not that. Could you go here, and could you all just daisy chain together? Yes, this is what I want. Okay. And then yeah, this is why, seriously, sometimes the auto cable tool is your biggest enemy. Look at it! Now, picture it all the same color, and what's great about this motherboard, I think, is just these little highlights of RGB. You got the RGB around the edge of the motherboard. It's going to give us this really consistent look. You get the strip on the actual case. We're going to get all these like little sharp lines of RGB, which I think is going to look really nice. You get the power supply in the back that no one can see. I mean, it's beautiful. Okay, turn that off. We got to do graphics card, and graphics card is going to bring us a little more RGB. Now, I got to make a decision with the graphics card because what's better? 2 horizontally mounted graphics cards or 1 vertically mounted? I'm kind of leaning towards 1 vertically mounted, especially because there's not a ton of RGB on this motherboard, and I kind of like a nice papa RGB right out here. So I'm kind of leaning toward vertical mount. Now, what's interesting about the 011 dynamic, I think I need to remove all of these. I think I leave 2. It has this vertical GPU support bracket. Yes, and I was right. So you don't need, I don't think you need to install this to put the GPU in vertically, but like in real life, it'd be nice to have the support. What's interesting is it looks to me like you could get multiple GPUs in here, but I cannot find a way to do it. So we'll move over to graphics cards, and we're gonna do 2080 Ti. No one's surprised there, are we? Now, I've looked through all of these, and I can tell you that they don't, like, most of them don't have much RGB. Like, I even thought, oh, the Strix card, you know, like, that'll be cool. I need to remove this little plate to get a vertical mounted GPU in here. Like, the Strix card, that'll be cool, because, like, I have a Strix 10 series card in real life. It's not exactly, like, a super high RGB card, though. And vertically mounted, it definitely helps, because it's really just barely lit up from the side. It helps, but it's not great. And like the other cards are even less. Like the EVGA cards are just the side where it says EVGA RTX 2080 Ti, that whole thing. But one that stands out actually is the Zotac Gaming GeForce Amp Extreme, and it lights up and actually looks pretty nice. And it looks really good vertically mounted. So we're gonna go with that. It feels weird to put a Zotac card in here because I feel like in the pursuit of finding a RTX 3080 in real life, everyone's making fun of Zotac, but we're doing it. Zotac forever, Zotac for life. I don't know, whatever. We're doing it. Can I put covers in here? No, that's just gonna stay open. Interesting. Okay. So there you go. That's how that's gonna work. We could, of course, put 2.5-inch drives back here, but I don't think I'm going to because they're just not gonna be visible. Or should I? Or should we just do it? Should we just do it? Oh, wow. Wait, what? Wait. Whoa, that's fun. Okay. Yeah, we are not going to see that. No one is going to see it. No one. Let's do it anyway. Love it. It's not about necessarily just seeing the RGB. It's about knowing the RGB is there. Yes. Delta Max. These ones are super cool looking. Oh boy. Yeah. Yep, that's never going to be seen. That's never going to be seen. Yep, we're doing it though. We're doing it. We're putting them everywhere. So I have to unlock that to open. Interesting. Okay. Max. And then we'll just do 1 terabytes everywhere. I really want the one there. That's important first. And then we'll put as many in as we can. Can I get 4? Close, please. In, please. Is that actually going to happen? Wow, that's cool. Look at them all. They're beautiful. Ooh, I got a little bit of lag there. Did not like that, I don't think. So can I close drive bay lock? That's interesting. It's like a little slider. It's fun. Okay, well, close those up again. How much do we see those? Just barely from the absolute perfect angle. Wow. Okay, but it's knowing that they're there, right? It's knowing that they're there that matters. So, all right. I think we're good. We've got our RAM, we've got our storage. Got a lot of storage in this build. We have like, what, 4 1 terabytes back here, and then these are each 2 terabytes. That's another 6. We have 10 terabytes of SSD storage in this. That's insane. That's wonderful. Oh, I can put this little drive bay back here. Close that up and make it look much nicer. And we can throw the back on. Kabam. Definitely getting some, feeling a little bit of lag here. Come on, game. Oh, man. It's too much light. The game can't handle it. It's too beautiful. Okay. We can just barely tell there's an RGB power supply through here. Just barely. And you can just barely kind of tell that those are RGB fans through there. Interesting. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get this set up. See, I like this glass isn't very tinted too. That's super cool. Because this is going to make a really good showcase build. Boop. Oh, look at it. It's beautiful. Okay. I'm going to get the OS installed, and we'll run some benchmarks, and then we can go through the RGB, and we'll go from there. So quick time spy extreme results here, 12,513. That's 12,842 on the graphics, and 10,962 on the CPU. Reminder, the CPU is a i9-10940X, and the GPU is a single 2080 Ti Amp Extreme from Zotac. So there you go. I was a little bit worried about the CPU cooler being able to keep up with a 14-core CPU, but it's actually done super, super well, not even hitting 60 degrees under loads, so that's actually surprising. I didn't think it would do that well. All right, we can set the RGB. Here's kind of, gosh, it's so framey. It is not like all this RGB. It's too much to handle. It's too much beauty in one case. Look at that. I'm sorry, but look at that. It's amazing. I actually really like how this came together, though, because you've got all these little highlights, like just all the subtleties, the lines on the motherboard, the lines on all the fans, obviously. You got the lines on the RAM, on the SSD. It's just like, and around the side of the motherboard. I mean, it's just like the case. It's super cohesive, I think. Like, it's a super RGB PC, but it's just like a really consistent theme. I just really like it. Why does this CPU cooler have so much wobble? What is wrong with this? I want a refund. Look at the wobble on it. That's insane. Why are you doing that? All the other fans are fine. I do wish there wasn't the sticker on these other ones. It takes away from it. I would like to peel these off, please. Can we peel them off? We can't? Okay. What color should we go with? Like, solid and teal. I know, you guys are so sick. You're probably so sick of teal. Why does everything have to be teal? Why are we always teal? Because teal is the best color ever. That does not look teal. That looks baby blue. I need more green. Teal. Sort of. It's just not It's like red would honestly fit really well with this because of the stickers. It's an ugly red. That's a very not good looking red. Do I have to go like darker? Is that what I need? No, that looks terrible. It looks terrible. Okay. What do these go up to? Please, hello? Thank you, 255. All right, that's as red as we can get. That's the reddest red. Full red, 0 green, 0 blue. All right, there you go. This has been the air-cooled version of the RGB PC built in the O11 Dynamic XLX? XLX? Now I don't have this. XLX, yes. But there you go. I think it looks really nice. Let me know what you guys think though. And let me know if you guys have ideas for a build. And either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.